Hi, I'm Leslie Vernick, and I have written a brand new book called The Emotionally Destructive Marriage: How to Find Your Voice and Reclaim Your Hope. The book isn't available yet. It won't be out till September 17th, but each week, every Monday, I'm going to post a small video that will give you some real clarity, confidence, and courage to begin to handle your destructive marriage in a God-honoring way. Today, I want to talk about the difference between a disappointing marriage, a difficult marriage, and a destructive marriage. A difficult relationship is one in which there are many stressors pressing in on the couple that make the relationship challenging. This may include blended family issues, in-law issues, health challenges, financial pressures, job changes, as well as children difficulties, or personality and cultural differences. There may be also differences in values, such as one prioritizing savings over spending, or another person preferring health food and a clean living space, and another wants a more casual and junk food approach to life. And these stressors and difficulties in marriage can cause a lot of conflicts. And depending on how a couple handles those conflicts and their emotions in those conflicts, or not, will determine whether their relationship gets stronger through these difficulties or deteriorates into a destructive relationship. In other words, if a couple in a difficult relationship can handle these stressors with mutual effort, compassion, respect, and care, usually the relationship becomes stronger, not destructive. But if they don't handle these stressors wisely, then that relationship can easily move into a destructive relationship. Now, a disappointing marriage is one in which you don't get all of what you thought you were going to get in your marriage partner. I always say to people when they're getting married, no one gets all 52 cards, and it's really helpful to know which cards are missing before you marry someone. But you know, every one of us has to face the reality that we're a little bit disappointed because we don't have our fantasy spouse. It's not quite what we thought it would be. There's not obvious sin, but there is some disappointment. There's a lack of romance, or there isn't as much talking or sex or connection as we wanted. Maybe there's not as much financial security. We don't have extra money to buy a bigger house or go on a nice vacation. Or there's lack of adventure or lack of stimulation, and we're sort of bored in this relationship. You know, most of us as Christians, especially women, have been groomed to long for an A+ marriage. And sometimes we wind up feeling like we got gypped. We have a C+ or C- marriage, and we wanted something better, and we're really unhappy. And how we handle that or not determines whether it becomes destructive. On the other hand, a destructive relationship is one that's very different than just a disappointing relationship or even a difficult one. It's one in which the very personhood of the individual in the marriage is regularly disrespected, diminished, or demeaned, or even destroyed. There's a lack of mutual caring, mutual honesty, mutual respect, and there is no effort at mutually repairing relationship wounds. There's a lack of responsibility and accountability, and one often has power over the other, either physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, or all of the above. In an emotionally destructive marriage, usually one person does not accept responsibility for the harm that they've caused the relationship, and relationship wounds are minimized, denied, or even blamed on you. In a destructive relationship, when you're in a marriage like that, it doesn't just feel hard. Sometimes you feel like you're dying inside. And there is no you in the relationship. You exist solely to meet his needs or to make him happy. For you, there's a lack of freedom. You can't be yourself. You can't speak your own thoughts and your own feelings. And to make a separate decision, there's a price to pay. You don't feel safe to speak up, to ask for what you need, or say what you want, or even disagree without feeling badgered, pressured, or punished. In addition, in a destructive marriage, there's often chronic deceit and indifference to your feelings and needs as a person. In the new book, at the end of chapter 1, there's a self-administered 60-question test that you can take that will give you a clear sense of what is destructive in your marriage and why. Next week, we're going to be covering the topic of emotional abuse. When is the line crossed? And exactly how would we define emotional abuse? We all stumble in many ways. So when is it just, I sinned against you and I shouldn't have said that? And when does it become emotionally abusive? So come back next Monday and you'll learn about emotional abuse. But for now, thanks for stopping by. Take care and God bless.